Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome in, everyone. Good morning. Good morning and welcome in. As we get in, tap the screen, share the live. If you guys don't mind, I need everyone really super locked in this morning. And when I say super locked in, I mean absolutely engaging in all the things, tapping the screen, sharing the live, sending your daily heart me, everything. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to the little 1-cent gift goals. If we can knock those out a couple of times, it'll help push us out to the FYP. I apologize if my energy isn't where it normally is. I was going to start earlier. As you guys know, I'm a little bit later than I would normally like to start, but the reason why I'm starting a little bit later than I would normally start is because I've kind of been struggling this morning as far as like, how am I going to address today? What am I going to do? Right? I made the decision. I woke up and I made a new background, and I really thought about like what this was going to look like. And then not only did I think about what the background was going to look like, what I wanted to talk about, I wanted to take a minute to think about like the response of the people that would actually be willing to engage with the background. And I took a look around social media as well, to see how people were responding to the President of the United States of America absolutely leaning into racism. On the 5th day of Black History Month, in the dead of the night, Donald Trump made the decision to post a video depicting the former president the former president Barack Obama and his wife Michelle Obama as monkeys. It was a video that started off talking about, Joe Biden, of course, and the election and blah 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 blah. But towards the end of the video, it was like a video, a couple of seconds, and it was a Michelle and Barack's face superimposed on monkeys dancing, and in the background playing In the Jungle. Again, guys, if you don't mind, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's one coin, it'll boost the live, it'll protect the live. And then, like I said, I thought about how I wanted to address this. And I thought about how certain people were going to rush to defend this, because this isn't something where it's like, oh, everybody's going to be like, oh, this is fucked up. No, it wasn't going to be a situation where people just automatically say, oh, this is fucked up. I knew for a fact this was going to be a situation where people who support Donald Trump were going to automatically look to justify the video. And even more so, not only justify the video, but justify racism, justify other things that have happened within our country. I knew it was going to be a situation where so many people look to actually give coverage, right? But then I realized that's because America loves racism. That's why so many people this morning have looked to justify the video and give coverage to Donald Trump and to say, oh, well, this is bad, but I still support him. I don't like this, but I still support him. It's literally a justification of racism. And that's always been the thing, right? That's why Donald Trump is currently in office today. He's currently in office because white men specifically said that there was no way that they were going to let a black woman step into a spot that belongs to them. People who want to uphold white supremacy made the decision to put a 34-count adjudicated rapist into the office of the presidency over a qualified black woman, because upholding white supremacy is more important than anything else. That's where we are. So America loves racism, and they have tools that they use to uphold racism, right? This fascist government absolutely upholds racism. The Constitution, it's a tool to uphold racism. Mass deportation, a tool to uphold racism. Capitalism is a tool to uphold racism. The patriarchy is a tool to uphold racism. The weak have weaponized the government. Yeah, Mike, I don't know what you're saying. I don't really care what you're saying. If you're going to say it in the comments, you're going to be muted. Get in the box, say it with your chest, coward. The point that I'm getting across is that everything that is being perpetuated, it's all about racism, and it's all about upholding white supremacy. There's no way that anyone can prove me wrong on any of these things. All of these things are tools for white supremacy and to uphold white supremacy and perpetuate racism. That's it. That's all. So we're going to get started. If you disagree, if you think that I'm wrong, if you think that this isn't the weaponization that has been persistent throughout the history of our country, then get in the box and prove me wrong.
You stepped in the box, now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here, you better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats and get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit. Yeah, step in if you dare. Truth hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. I don't care what you claim or your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat. You talk slick, but you ain't got source. Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force. I'm the test, the trap, the trip, the call. You slip once, I'm snatching it all. Yeah. Step in if you dare. You dare. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. Yeah. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. No. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? You wanna sparring with Santana. Step in if you dare. You dare. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? You wanna sparring with Santana. Yeah, this ain't a safe place. This a flame space. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana.
Guys, welcome in. Welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana. One-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana, and I apologize again that I am not as jovial as I normally try to be, but this one is kind of sticking in my craw. This one is kind of rubbing me the wrong way. This one just kind of eats at where we are. And I think that for any person that can't see that, then you're denying reality. There's no way that you don't see it staring us in our face now. And it's all about the justification of it. We got literal fucking Nazis running our government. We have a fascist government. The Constitution has continued to be weaponized. Hell, the current administration doesn't even really care about the Constitution. That's why they want to abolish the Constitution. It's all intertwined. Mass deportation has never been about making the country safe. Mass deportation has never been about people breaking the law. Mass deportation has never been about doing it the right way. Mass deportation is all about making the country whiter. That's it. That they want a whiter country. They've said it, they've dog whistled, they've enacted policy to do it. And they have a modern day slave patrol enacting it. Capitalism directly tied to racism. Capitalism has been used to divide. Capitalism has been used to advance white supremacy. It's all connected. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Hold on, I'm gonna join back. My thing's frozen. I'm gonna join back. 1 second.
All right, no worries. I'll drop you down. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. We are only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or you disagree with something on the background. We're only looking for some debates, guys. Please, if you don't mind, again, on today, I can feel it in my spirit. I need everyone tapping the screen, sharing the live, repost the live. That's super helpful. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal, knock those out a couple of times. But we got to protect the live, because you know how it is when we start to actually call out reality. It's the weirdest thing that now I'm being called a racist for talking about racism. I'm the racist because I'm calling out the racist. So let's make sure that we're protecting the live. Rohan, you're back. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Oh yeah, I like Trump.
Okay. All right. So, question for you before we go too far. This proper introduction. Do you know who I am?
No.
Okay. Cool. Would you mind if I take a moment to give you a quick introduction to who I am and what this is?
No problem. Go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this? Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana. One-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana, and if you are a Trump supporter or you disagree with any of these items on the background, get in the box. We're only looking for some debates. If you are friendly, tap the screen, share the live, do all the wonderful things to let the TikTok know we're in the building. Send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1 cent gift goals. That'll help boost the live as well. And guys, make sure you hit that follow button. If you look up at the top, you see the word follow, and you're not following me, hit that follow button. We are driving to 100,000 followers. Rohan, you are a Trump supporter, and I, plain and simple, Plain and simple. Donald Trump has leaned into racism at every aspect of his life. And last night was not shocking to me. It just kind of confirmed that America loves racism. And I say that for multiple reasons, whether it's the fascist government that's currently in place, the Constitution, mass deportation, capitalism, or the patriarchy. All of these are tools of white supremacy, and it leans into the fact that America loves racism. Which point do you disagree with the most that you think you can defend?
So I joined because I saw you had mass deportation up there. Are you aware that Obama was deporting more people than Trump?
Yes.
So do you not agree with that on Obama's sake?
No.
Why only Trump's? Why is there only outrage for Trump? That's my question. If they're trying to accomplish the same goal, why is there only outrage for Trump? It doesn't seem right to me. It seems a little bit.
Answer, because you keep like stopping and starting.
I mean, it seems like you're not thinking on America's behalf. That's what it seems.
You don't know what I'm thinking.
You're thinking on your feelings.
You haven't asked me anything. You have one question or two questions, and you won't let me get any thoughts in. Yes, I had a problem with Barack Obama doing mass deportation.
I don't believe. No way.
Okay. Would you like to hear what I'm saying, or did you just come up here to kind of like ramble?
Go on.
Okay. So as far as deportation under Barack Obama, I absolutely had a problem with it because I'm not someone that actually really cares about the false premise that we shouldn't have people coming into the country. I don't care about the fact that people think that there's a right way to do it on stolen land. Like, none of that matters to me. Shit, let everyone in. I don't care. I genuinely don't. But the problem is the way that this administration is currently weaponizing deportation for a multitude of reasons. It's not just that this administration is looking to quote unquote deport undocumented immigrants, but they're literally using the efforts of mass deportation to make the country whiter. That's why they're specifically targeting people who are from Black and brown countries. That's why they are doing things like removing TPS status to try to get people out of the country. That's why they are specifically going after those people using what is the modern day slave patrol, and they're able to use racial profiling to target people. And so when you talk about the problem that I have a problem because I have a problem that they're using mass deportation as a coverage for white supremacy. And the fact is they don't really care about immigration, because Donald Trump has out of his own mouth admitted that they want people from other countries like Switzerland, Norway, Denmark, countries that are majority white, and he's even prioritized people coming from like South Africa. I'm still finishing my point.
They're not criminals.
I'm still finishing my point.
I've never seen.
Hey, there you go. The point that I'm making is that Donald Trump has said it out of his own mouth that he is prioritizing or wants to prioritize people coming from majority white countries. And even within Africa, South Africa, he is prioritizing white South Africans. So again, it's not an issue with, Donald Trump is just doing the same thing that Barack Obama did. He is literally weaponizing deportation for white supremacy.
I mean, listen, you're trying to bring up the Switzerland point and Denmark point, but I don't see any illegal Denmark or Swiss people committing much crimes.
You don't look for them.
What do you mean I don't look for them? Come on. We all watch the news. I've seen hundreds upon hundreds of illegals from Mexico.
Undocumented. No one's illegal. Please respect the boundaries of my life.
Aliens
undocumented. I'm telling you, undocumented immigrants.
I mean, are they not illegal?
This is the last time I'm going to say it. Undocumented immigrants. Please continue your point.
All right. I mean, listen, they're coming in committing crimes against U.S. citizens. I mean, how are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that because undocumented immigrants commit lesser crime than natural born citizens. And then you can talk about the United States of America, like we have the monopoly on violence, right? I mean, sitting here and pretending as if someone is importing crime into the country while we lead the world in mass shootings and domestic terrorism.
I wonder why, because the borders are wide open, right? You're contradicting yourself.
I'm putting you on mute right now. And I'm letting you know this, Rohan. If you interrupt me one more time, I'm just going to kick you. I am literally sitting here quietly while you speak. If you cannot do the same for me, then I have no interest in continuing with you. Have some impulse control. Undocumented immigrants commit less crime than natural born citizens. The United States of America, we have a monopoly on violence within not only our country, but the world. We see domestic terrorists who are leading white men who actually commit mass shootings, who perpetuate harms in multiple ways. So I'm not worried about undocumented immigrants. I'm literally worried about the white men that walk around and run this country and get protection because they are white men.
Again, they're grifting. So you'd rather focus on white men committing crimes than illegals? Like you're racist. You're a racist.
One more time. It's undocumented immigrants. It's not illegals. Stop saying that. And you can sit here and try to tell me that I'm grifting. One, I don't know how the fuck I'm grifting, but two, you don't know what race is or know racism. So I really don't think that you're the arbiter of who is or is not racist.
I mean, you literally just said it yourself. Oh, we want to focus on white men committing crimes. Like, well, what does that even mean? What are you saying?
Yeah. Based off of the FBI statistics, who leads every single category of violent crime within the United States of America?
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, isn't it black people, black men?
Nope. White men lead every single category of violent crime in the United States of America. Every single category. That's the issue. You guys think that black people are committing a crime, that brown people are committing a crime, but really it's just white men. Not only do white men lead in every statistic, the FBI, the literal FBI, you can go verify. You can go verify with the FBI crime data. You can go in and it gives you the repository of crime over the last 30 years. You can filter out the different categories so you can see the different types of violent crimes. And white men lead in every single category of violent crime. And not only do they lead in every single category of violent crime, they also lead in CSAM. The owning and production, CSAM.
What is that?
The owning and production of CSAM, they lead in that. And they also lead in touching kids, white men specifically. So the point that I'm getting across is you don't know what you're talking about. You just have been propagandized into thinking that black people are causing harm, that brown people are causing harm, but you're not worried about the people that are actually causing harm, which is white men.
Wait, what? So what are you trying to say? You want to ethnically cleanse white men from like the U.S.? I mean, what are you trying to say? Like, what are you going to do about it? What's your plan?
Okay. So the one thing that I will tell you about myself is I don't like hide things. I don't say things in code. I just say the thing. I say it with my chest. At no point have I said anything about quote unquote ethnically cleansing the U.S. of white men.
What are you trying to say? Why are you so focused on white men? I don't understand.
Last warning. You did that shit again. I'm telling you, if you interrupt me one more time, I'm kicking you because I'm sitting here quietly letting you speak. The point that I'm making is that everyone else is taking the brunt of what is actually happening. Everyone else is being blamed for white men leading the country in violence, but yet it is the burden is shifted to every other category. It's literally every other category is sitting here answering for white men. So what I am saying is that there needs to be an acknowledgement of what's happening and who is actually perpetuating the harm. I'm not calling for an ethnic cleansing of white men. That's not how it works, because white is not an ethnicity, or I'm sorry, white is not, fuck, I'm messing up. White, you would be talking about white people as a race. I'm not talking about getting rid of white people as a race. I'm talking about acknowledging what is happening and the harm that white men are causing. And hell, if you want to be honest about it, white men are getting rid of white men themselves. That's why specifically the white race in America is the only race with a declining birth rate, because white men are disenfranchising not only minorities, but white women, to the point that white women don't even want to make babies with white men anymore. That's the point that I'm making.
All right. So it seems like, obviously, I'd say you're pretty left on the political compass. So what do you think about Bill Clinton and a lot of your left leaders being all over the Epstein files?
I don't give a fuck. Lock them up.
All right. That's good to hear. Because, I mean, the way you're talking, it seems like you don't really see any good at all in the right, and you only see good in the left. So I'm just letting you know.
What have you gotten from what I've said?
I mean, I've gotten that you're racist.
What is race?
You're racist, yeah.
No, what is race?
You. I mean, not you, but like, I mean, you're black. That's your race.
No. Tell me, what is race?
I mean, it's part of society.
Okay, so you don't know what race is. Cool.
What do you mean?
What is
Wait,
racism?
hold on. Don't interrupt me, man. Come on.
I literally gave you the opportunity to answer and you couldn't. What is racism?
I mean, it's a part of society. Am I wrong?
Okay, so you
Am I
don't
wrong?
know what racism is.
Am
You're
I
wrong.
wrong?
Yes,
It's
you're
a
wrong.
social contract.
It's a social contract?
It's a social construct.
Okay, what else? What race? It's a social construct. What else? Is that it?
What
Is
else?
that all race is?
What do you want, like the Webster's dictionary definition, or like?
I want to know your understanding of race, because you're sitting up here telling me that I'm racist, but yet you don't know what race nor racism is. You don't know who created race. You don't know the functionality. You don't know why what you're saying is so far from the truth. You don't get it.
Listen, all I'm gonna say, mister, is that, listen, racism started in Africa when our own ancestors sold each other.
That's not true.
To the Europeans, and
that's not true. You keep rambling, but you haven't said shit that's fact.
True.
Who created race?
True. Am I wrong?
Who created race?
It's true.
Who created race?
I just told you what I believe and what I know.
I don't care what you believe. There is actual facts. Who created race?
Again, I mean, I'm not going to repeat myself on this live. If you want me to
Rohan, you set up here and you haven't actually brought anything, like nothing. At no point have you actually added anything of substance. You don't know what race is. You don't know what racism is. You don't know who created race. You don't know the actual functionality of it. You don't know who's perpetuating harm. You don't understand what the actual tools are. You don't understand any of this. Like I legitimately don't understand what you think you're doing right here, right now on this live. Like, what is your function? What is your purpose right here, right now on this live? What do you think you're accomplishing?
You're bold.
What do you think that you're accomplishing on this live right now?
I'm keeping up your life. Without me, the whole ship sinks.
Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up If you are a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background, we're only looking for some debate. And MAGA Trump supporters, opposition, just FYI, if you're in my comments and you're running your mouth, you will get muted. I don't play those games. I care not for thumb thuggers. If you don't have the ability to get in the box and say it with your chest, then you do not have the ability to say it at all. Not in my comments. I'm just laying it out there for you. And if you're going to come up, you're going to have decorum. Like, I don't know who raised you people, but I will train you. I am not talking to people who can't function as adults. So just be forewarned. Hi, Ray, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I'm a Republican. Do I support Trump? In a way, on some of his policies. But just because I voted for somebody doesn't mean I'm a MAGA or Trump supporter. That's who I voted for because I thought it was in the best interest of our country.
Okay. I'm going to say thank you to a couple of people and then we'll get to it, okay? Debbie's in the chat for Valkyrie for the $10 donation, and I appreciate you. Valkyrie, I appreciate you so much more. I hope you're having a great morning. Debbie's in the chat for Heather for the $5 donation and saying daily hugs, have a beautiful day. Heather, I need those daily hugs this morning more than ever, so thank you. Debbie's in the chat for Tip for the $5 donation saying, why are you so focused on white men? Is he effing for real? After just talking about black people and brown immigrants all being criminals. Okay, but I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, I don't know what's happening. Debbie's in the chat for Noel for the $10 donation saying, just realized his mind went to, so you want to ethnically cleanse white guys because he that's what he thinks the solution is for black and brown people. Makes me sick. Thank you for speaking the truth, Santana. Also, my name is pronounced Noel. Yeah, I got it. Debbie's in the chat for Megan for the $5 donation saying, please don't apologize for your energy or happiness today. We should all be mad. Much love. Megan, yeah. For me, I feel like I have an obligation because part of being here, and I always say, if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, then support the live. And so I do think that while it's important for me to always bring information and education, like I can't let go of the entertainment portion of it. And I understand the severity of the things that are happening, but also understand that you can't always focus on, the doom and gloom, and you have to be able to bring some type of levity. And I pride myself on being able to do that. And I'm having just a little bit of a hard time getting out of the blocks with that this morning, but I promise you, I will get it. I will get there because that's me. That's my personality. But thank you, Megan. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you are over on the YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. 1.3 thousand people hanging out. Guys, if you look up at the top, you can see the word follow. If you're not following me, hit that follow button. We're driving the main account to 100,000 followers. So make sure you hit that follow button, but also follow the backup account as well. All right, great. So you are a Republican, you support the Republican Party and hence support some of the things that Donald Trump is doing. I think that Donald Trump is not only deplorable, but he is someone who absolutely upholds racism, which America loves racism. And I say that because one, we were willing to actually put fascists, literal Nazis in power. The Constitution has continued to actually be a tool of racism or white supremacy. Mass deportation is a tool of white supremacy. Capitalism is one of racism and white supremacy greatest tool, and also the patriarchy. It continues to perpetuate white supremacy. Can you tell me which point that you disagree with the most on the background, and we'll start there?
Well, first of all, until you get over the white-black thing and recognize people as we're just all human beings, we're never going to move forward. And to just preach ideology where one race is bad is just, it's just not good for the human beings to advance in the world. So until you recognize people not by their skin color, by what they have to contribute to society, that's how we move forward. So just by saying white people are bad, black people are better, you even said that white women are not sleeping with white men because they don't want to perpetuate babies. Do you know how insane that sounds? I'm not calling you insane, but for you to say something like that is so disrespectful to human beings. Until you get over this, you're actually a racist. Because I don't recognize somebody. I was in the military. We know how we operated. We had black people, we had Chinese people, everybody working together to do a mission. Everybody got along. Race was not a factor in the military. And until you can do that with your life, you're never going to do anything that will contribute to society except bring society down. So you need to grow up and recognize people for who they are, not what their skin color is. So I know I'm not a racist just by me accepting that. Until you accept that, you will be a racist. And I don't care what all the people in the comments say.
Hey, Ray, are you going to stop so I can actually speak?
No, because there's a thing to.
It's fine. I'll make you stop. I'll make you stop because you're not going to soapbox. I tried to sit here quietly to let you speak because I didn't want to interrupt, but you're not going to soapbox. It doesn't work the way. Solid, I see you. I'll get you up here in just a second. Ray, can you please tell me where I said white people are bad and black people are good? I just want to start at that point. When did I say, I'm going to send you a request to come off mute. When did I say white people are bad and black people are good?
Well, first of all, you said you started doing data, which you were saying all white people are pedophiles. They create all the crimes. That's false. We know that. It's a very small percentage. It's a very small percentage.
That's not what I said.
White males that do that. Yes, you did say that. In fact, I've got it recorded. I can replay it.
Sure. Go ahead and replay it. It's on YouTube. Tell me replay it. Go ahead.
That's exactly what you said. But
go ahead and replay it.
I'm not gonna play these games.
You said that you have it recorded. Go ahead and replay it.
I've got the whole thing recorded.
Sure. And it's on YouTube right now. I'm live on YouTube. Replay it and show me where I said that all white people are pedophiles.
I'd have to go back and research that, and you know that. And I don't have time for that because I've got to go to work.
No, listen, Ray, no, fuck that. You came up here because you thought that you were going to be able to get off your BS, and I'm sitting here letting you speak, and now you're telling me that you're getting ready to run? No, I didn't say that all white people are bad or all white people are this. I said that white men specifically lead every violent crime category within the United States, and that is facts. You can actually go pull the information and verify that every category of violent crime, not all crime, not every single type of crime, but violent crime, white men lead that. And then I talked about the fact that white men also lead in CSAM, and they lead in the production and holding of CSAM material. And they also lead in touching kids. Those are just facts. I'm not making this up. There's literal data that proves that. So it's not just a small part of people. It's literally white men leading those categories. And when I made the point that, white women aren't having babies with white men, it's literally facts. The white race in America is crazy. It's the only race that has a overall declining birth rate over the last 30 years. Every other race, birth rate has increased. And also the white race, the average age of the white race has gotten older. I'm literally telling you there is data that proves that. And I'm just talking about the facts. And so for you to sit here and say, you're a racist because you keep talking about this, white people created race. White people created race for the intent of racism and capitalism. And they perpetuated when they created it, and they perpetuated today. Like literally it's done today. So you're not going to tell me as a black man sitting up here that I should not acknowledge what is happening to people within our country, people within our society, and the way that Black people have been continued to be been marginalized, but not just Black people, because it's not just Black people. When I sit here and say that I'm talking about every single marginalized category, we can talk about the fact that the queer community is being targeted. We can talk about women being targeted. We can talk about people with disabilities being targeted. I'm sitting here telling you that every single marginalized community is being harmed and has been harmed. That's the point, Ray. That's literally my point. You don't even know what race is.
Again, you brought in, that's what you said to the last guy too. You brought in skin color. So how does that make me a racist and you not? Because do you see me mentioning skin color at all? No, I'm not.
When did I call you a racist, Ray?
You just said it. You just said.
When did I call you a racist?
You didn't call me, but you called the other guy a racist.
I did not call him a racist. He called me a racist, and I said he doesn't know what race nor racism is. I haven't called anyone a racist yet.
By you pointing out skin color, you are calling us a racist, and you went back into the data about white people again.
Do you think
you
that
play your little
narratives
and it's silly?
Ray,
it's a silly game, and it's childish.
Do you think, Ray, you're childish? Do you think race is just skin color?
No, I didn't. It's what it is.
Okay,
it's
then what the
actually
fuck are you
DNA
talking
makeup.
about?
There's a lot of stuff that falls into
Did you
race.
just say race is race is genetic?
There is a lot of genetics involved in your race.
Oh, you're stupid. Solid. Floor is yours.
For sure. I wanted to address that whole, like, in the military, nobody cared about race thing, because I thought that was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my first day as the combat medic for a scout and sniper platoon with the 1st Infantry Division, 216th Infantry Battalion, 4th Brigade.
Thank you, Swan.
I went to my first day at that platoon. Someone left a noose tied out of 550 cord, hung it over my bunk. Do you think they did that because they didn't like my shoes, Ray?
I'm retired military, and I've never seen that happen. Retired military. Never seen that happen.
Hey, Ray,
so
that doesn't answer my question. Do you think they did that because they don't like my shoes?
If this happened, then I don't know. But it might that could have been an incident. But I've never seen it in 20 years in the military.
Why do you think they did that, Ray?
And if that happened in the military, there would be repercussions.
Raymond,
and you know that.
Answer the question.
If that story is true, they did it because somebody was not educated, and they were racist. I'm not denying that there's no racism in the world.
Okay.
There's plenty of racism, but yes, by you guys pointing out skin color, Ray, you were a racist as well,
Ray, stop
and you don't get that.
I don't want to hear you talk anymore. Shut up, dweeb.
Yes, shut up, dweeb.
I don't want to hear you lie to me anymore. I don't want to hear you be a coward. All of this plausible deniability. This is why racism.
There's no deniability. You are the racist.
Triggered ass boy. Racism survives in plausible deniability. Pretending like you don't see it. Pretending like it doesn't exist. Trying to minimize the accounts of people who experience it. That is the racism. You're in the middle of doing the racism. On Black History Month, on Black History Month, you're doing this.
Here we are, Ray.
Take a nap.
Please stop interrupting, Ray. Let Solid finish his point. Have some impulse control. Let Solid finish his point, and then you can speak, Ray. Just stop. Go ahead, Solid.
No, listen, Santana didn't call you a racist. I am. You know nothing about race, you know nothing about racism, yet you insist on weighing in. Why? You have no expertise. What gives you validity here? What gives you credulity here? Nothing. other than your identity as a white man. You think that your opinion matters more than someone who is learned on the topic. And your goal here is to defame the host simply because he made you feel uncomfortable. That's not how brains grow. Tiny brain. Last two brain cells are fighting for second place. If this conversation were skydiving, you'd be jumping off a park bench.
Are you finished with the name calling and degrading? You learned nothing. You really haven't. I'm sitting here trying to tell you to accept people as human beings, and you can't even do that.
I got one more.
Who is the dweeb and who is the image?
Your toes are webbed. Shut up, dweeb. This is how this works. Black people do not have to take your finger wagging when we are reporting our experience, when we are talking about the things that actually happen to us, by and large. When we talk about macro level disparities across racial lines, we don't need your moral stance on things. You're not a moral authority. We will get free.
Oh, and you are.
Regardless of how you feel about it. Your responsibility is to yourself. Shut up, Ray. Your responsibility is to yourself. You have to decide. Do you want to live in a world where Black folks are tired? Or do you want to live in the world you just lied about? Because if Black folks get tired, Ray, ellipses. Hey, brother. Happy Black History Month, man. I know you're tired.
Black History Month. It took me a while to get on this morning, and it's because I knew this was going to be the thing. But I signed up for it, and so I'm here, you know? So.
You're here, brother. You're here. It says we have a responsibility. But you're doing it, so we're proud of you.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming up. You know, you're always welcome back. I know you, I saw you looking all spiffy and whatnot, so I assumed that you were engaging in the capitalism.
Yeah, I'm doing some capitalisms over here. Matter of fact, I'm about to go back to the capitalisms. I had my people call your people.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
all right.
We'll confer a little bit later.
Let's fucking do it. I'm actually excited about that, like I said. So
yeah, me too.
That'll be fun.
All right, appreciate you, man.
All right, bro.
Out here.
Have a good one. W's in chat for Solid. W's in chat for Valkyrie for the $10 donation, saying as a biracial veteran, there's absolutely racism in the military. Ray is incorrect. Yeah, I could have told you that. W's in the chat for Ziggy for the $5 super chat. Say, I just got here. Please tell me you saw Trump post the video of Michelle and I'm assuming you meant Barack as monkeys. Yes, that's the premise of where we are and how we started this live. W's in the chat for Dylan for the $2.79 super chat to say he should watch Trump's latest video of the Obamas. Yes, W's in the chat for Sean for the $5 super chat to say any minute they'll be whining about how Trump pics of the Obama is racist. He's not racist. Wah. I wish he could say, I wish I could say I was shocked when I saw it. Yeah, like for me too. And see, Sean, like that's the fucked up part. I'm not even shocked. I'm not shocked. I'm disappointed at the people that are willing to run coverage. Like that's where I am. Like the people that are willing to run coverage is where I have the problem. W's in chat for Dragon for the $5 super chat to say ignoring race equals he doesn't want to change because he's at the top of the privilege chain. He should stop trying to play it off as being accepting. Exactly. And W's in the chat for Stephanie for the $9.99 super chat to say because it's true all about capitalism. White people get treated differently than any other ethnicity or race. have for as long as can remember. Yeah, I agree, Stephanie. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat, guys. If anyone else like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out, guys. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, do all the wonderful things. 1.6 thousand of us hanging out on TikTok. If you see the word follow, you're not following me, hit that follow button. We're driving to 100,000 followers. If you're over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. I would love to get to like 1,000 thumbs up on YouTube today. So there should be as many thumbs up as there are people watching. Let's see here. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I disagree with something I heard you say to someone yesterday during your live or the day before, and I was just wondering if you'd be open to hearing my perspective on
it. What's the something?
You were discussing with a very frustrating white man about how white men started the patriarchy problem and they need to be the ones to dismantle it. And he kept saying, well, if I don't see the problem, that kind of stuff. And it went into circles. And while you were speaking, I realized, you know, the truth is it's going to take, I think, the white women to do something about it, not the white men, because the only thing the white men will fear losing is the white women.
I disagree with that.
Okay. I was just curious.
The only reason I disagree with that is not because I don't think white women won't have a direct hand in also dismantling the patriarchal system, because again, they have the closest proximity to power when it comes to the top of the patriarchal system.
Yes.
Without white men leading the charge, there's no way that they are willing to actually overthrow it. And then even more so when you talk about the way that white women have been weaponized and also stood beside white men, right?
Yes.
White men have openly, at least the white men on the right are currently today saying that we want to strip away women's right to vote.
Yes.
They want to strip away women's rights to bodily autonomy. And so white men, the ones that uphold the patriarchal system, have openly told white women that they are lesser, and the white women that have continued to support them just stand by their side.
Yes.
So while I do agree that there is a role to be played by white women with dismantling the patriarchy, like I think that everyone has a role, including myself, because I'm a man, right? I benefit from the patriarchy. I think there's different levels of accountability, but I still stand by the fact that the only group that can truly dismantle the patriarchy and has to lead the charge for dismantling the patriarchy are the group that directly benefits from it.
I just don't think that they'll lead it. I think that they're going to need to be led to it by the white women, because I think the white women are more likely to try to lead into something without needing permission from someone else to do so, without feeling like a higher ranking white man tells them to.
I disagree.
I understand, but I do agree with all your points.
The reason why I say that though as well,
something, you know.
Yeah, no, and I'm not saying that I don't agree with you in the premise that like white women have a role to play. I do disagree that the reason why the patriarchal system and white supremacy has had so much power and strength is because of white women supporting.
Yes, exactly.
Right? I often talk about like Donald Trump, and the reason why Donald Trump is in office is because like white men showed up to vote for Donald Trump at the highest clip of any other president in United States history. But I would be remiss if I didn't also call out the fact that white women overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump as well.
Yes.
Right. So
out of all the women, yes.
Right. But again, when you talk about like the quote unquote trad wives and the traditional roles that they they look to force themselves into. I don't see that, and I still lay the majority of the work at the feet of white men.
I just worry that if we, if we're thinking long term here, so women just started on all demographics, started being listened to more because we've found some sort of commonality with other women of all sorts of types of women since Me Too started, and we weren't shamed into silence about some of the stuff going on, or religiously told it was supposed to, or all of the little things that added up to not speaking up about our experiences in the world. And I'm coming from this as a privileged white woman, and I realize that. I'm saying that I have learned so much from other people just in the last few years, because there isn't a cone of silence over so many things that used to be. And not as many people are hiding behind "don't rock the boat" or "sweep it under the rug" as much as they used to be. I feel like we're right at the beginning of all of this change of dismantling, even though it's been a fight in many demographics for hundreds of years. And I feel like there's a point where, I'm hearing about a lot of.
You don't have to do that. I wanted her to be able to finish. I know. Just let her finish, though, please. Sorry, I'm gonna send you a request to come off mute. Go ahead and finish your sentence.
Oh, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't reading the comments. I'm just
No.
trying to
Don't worry
speak.
about the comments. I just want you to finish your point.
Yeah, my point is that I'm seeing that I'm able to approach white women and talk about this more, and I'm able to do that with the understanding that this is new for the demographic that I know. I grew up with a mother who was very sweep everything under the rug that's bad and keep the peace, and this is new for me, and it's new for a lot of women I know, but it's happening, and I'm kind of, it's just a lot going on right now, and I'm thinking that without.
Hey, Valentine,
Yes.
I'm very short on time, so I have a question for you. How long have white women in the United States had the time?
They've had all the time in the world.
Right, so just stop. What you're saying is absolutely harmful. The shake in your voice tells me you're not even educated on it. And
I'm actually
there's
shaking because I don't
absolutely-
like speaking in public.
Okay, then I think it would be best if you sit in some lives where you can actually learn something, because what you're saying here is super, super harmful. It's all about I. I've heard "I" out of your mouth probably more than any other word, and it's not. You're not in the right place.
Okay, I didn't know. I was trying to learn, and I was trying to share that
Learning happens in the comments with a journal and a pen.
Yeah, I know that. Okay. I was a women's and gender studies major, and so I've
Doesn't
written
matter.
a few
We
papers,
didn't
and I
get
was
there.
just.
We didn't get there.
What do you mean? I don't know what that means. You didn't get
It
where?
means that you didn't get there. They were her
get it.
property. Have you read it?
No, I have not read "They Were Her Property."
Put it in the book cart.
I will.
Grab
I
it
love to read.
later.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I was just trying to say I think that it's a good thing that you think that men need to lead this. I'm just worried that they won't without women leading them. That's all.
Well, when you decide how white women actually are gonna, lead them.
Well, I've just noticed it in a few people in my life that they've kind of led their men to this realization, and it's kind of surprising me that some of the men are actually starting to speak out against it when they didn't 10 years ago.
Okay, so we'll just wait another 400, 500, 600 until 10 years becomes like the norm.
I'm hoping that the change will come. Yes.
Okay, we'll keep hoping that one hand and shit in the other.
That's what my great grandma used to say. See which one fills up faster.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad to see people speaking up on it now when they didn't before.
I do, Kate. Can I had like a question for her.
Okay,
No, I was talking to Kay, not you.
sorry.
Your house, man.
Okay. Uh, what's the difference between womanism and feminism?
Womanism is intersectionally about all women. Feminism was a mostly white movement.
Okay. And so with that being said, we understand the actual colonization and the othering that was caused by feminism and which drove a need for womanism, right?
Right.
Okay. And so also understanding hey, do you remember after the election, after Donald Trump won the election, there was something that was actually done that people wanted to show like solidarity and show like that I didn't vote for Donald Trump. Do you remember what that thing was that people wanted to start wearing?
Blue wristbands, I think.
Yep. Why was that?
I think a lot of mostly white women were trying to pretend they were really good in a physical way, but didn't actually speak up on these issues beforehand.
That was a bunch of othering, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So I think the point that I'm immediately getting to, and one thing that I know like about Kay and why she's calling us out is I think that like the things that you're saying perpetuates a lot of harm in multiple ways, but even more so the idea that somehow like white women are the ones that can actually fix this, when like even as a black man I'm sitting here acknowledging like I can't fix this because you know I'm not the one that directly benefits from it. And yes, I do understand the proximity that white women have. It seems like there's an othering of yourself from the marginalization that women also face due to the patriarchal system, and the hubris that you have to think that a white man is going to listen to you. Hell, a white man won't listen to a black man.
Well, I didn't mean with words. I meant that they would follow women because they would be upset that they lost access. I don't think that white men listen to white women.
They're losing access due to the declining birth rate, and so they're looking for ways to force them
Right, and we're
to have
resisting.
access. They're looking to strip rights to it. They're not going to say, oh, I'm losing access, so let me change and be a better person. They're going to say we're losing access, so we're going to make them obey. Like
Right, and we're
that's the
resisting.
problem.
Yeah, and white women are finally resisting that more than I saw them in the past when I read history with like 4B and stuff. So it's like the first time.
4B isn't a movement within the United States. 4B is a movement that was started in Korea, I think, but like that's not even the whole premise of 4B that was talked about within the United States. But it's not like something that's actually happening. But even more so, like it's super harmful. I mean, do you understand why 4B can be super harmful to people in America?
I mean, I don't see how anyone's individual choice to not date or marry is harmful to anyone else.
I think you heard me say this earlier. Who is who leads all violent crime within the United States of America?
Men,
Specifically.
white men.
Okay. So if white men lead all violent crime in America, what happens when you remove access from someone who is used to having access, who doesn't have an understanding of consent, and who also has protection to inflict violence and without repercussion?
Oh yeah, there's going to be violence against people who do it. I just mean that their actions of not marrying or dating like doesn't harm anyone. But sure, there will be violence, but there already was. So to me, it's kind of like just admitting I'm not going to submit to it, even if they're going to use violence.
All right, no, the point that I'm saying is people who wanted to push like the 4B movement without understanding the full ramifications. I'm not saying like don't do it because of violence. Like there's never a thought process that you can have any type of revolution without violence. But what I am saying is that people sitting here perpetuating that without having a full understanding of like the violence that will occur and being willing to accept that, like it's harmful. I mean, perpetuate telling people like to join the 4B movement, and people don't express like, hey, understanding that with joining the 4B movement, these are the possible ramifications. So you need to arm yourself. Like you're leading the lambs to slaughter. And so like, again, that's another thing that has been perpetuated by the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And while I appreciate your good intentions, and I'm not even necessarily fully pushing back on your good intentions, what I am saying is that your good intentions it's not the actual point that I think that we need to focus on. And even more so, I don't even think it would be as fruitful if we somehow got all white women on board.
I don't even think I'm pushing for 4B. I'm saying since I started.
No, I'm not saying 4B. I'm talking about your point.
Yeah, I started.
Not 4B. I'm talking about your point as far as like white women dismantling the patriarchy.
Well, I think that if white women don't prop up white men who are harmful, I think it will isolate them more, and it could lead to them lashing out. But it also just proves our point that these are the harmful ones, and I think the more visibility and transparency on that, the better for the world.
Okay.
So.
I just want to know what successful movement has there been that white women have been able to lead and not directly take away from a marginalized group?
Oh, I've never seen one. I'm looking towards something new.
And so I guess what I'm saying is that because you don't have a formulated plan, that's why this conversation is harmful, because you don't know where to start. And just because you have gender studies under your belt and all of that doesn't really make it so.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I am not a leader in terms of knowing a plan. I'm hoping that by more people speaking up, the people who can come up with plans and speak up about them more, because it's more acceptable to speak up. I'm just trying to always prop up the right decisions made by others. I am not in myself some sort of decision maker or leader for other people. I just want to prop up the right types of ideas instead of prop up the white men who have been in charge for too long.
Then I would say outside of this space, which is talking today about racism because of what has just recently happened, maybe today isn't the day to come up and talk about how you're going to white women take down the patriarchy, because that's not what we do.
Well, I was hoping that more white women would speak up against what just happened.
We have failed people repeatedly.
Yes, that's why we need to make change and not fail people like we have for centuries.
Again, they were her property. Please read it.
I definitely will. I'm excited to. I need more books.
Don't be so excited to read about the horrendous things that we have done.
Well, the more I read, the more I can talk to other people in my circle about what I read and get them to read. I mean, it starts at small steps and individually, and then you support larger steps, in groups.
I guess I don't know what happened to Kay, but since Kay is gone, I'm gonna let you go ahead and go too.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Mika, for you saying Kay, relax, give her a chance. No, absolutely not. For anyone that thinks that Kay was saying anything that one didn't need to be said or didn't need to be heard, you're absolutely wrong. Like, the reason why I brought Kay up here is because she absolutely needed another white woman to tell her that. And I 100% agree with everything that Kay said. So there's that. W's in the chat for Kayla for the $5 donation saying, good morning. Dang, I'm so far behind. Let me see if I can get caught up on all these. I apologize, guys. W's in the chat for Kayla. Good morning. Ray and all of your white colorblind callers should read. I know they have a hard time with this concept. They should start with a book called White Fragility. Yeah, I agree. I think that would be a great way for them to start in, deconstructing their privilege. W's in the chat for Jillian for the $5 donation saying for pissing off the races and making them tell on themselves. They always do. W's in chat for Megan for the $1 donation saying, does Solid have a YouTube channel? I love to follow him. Always great info and learn a lot from both of you. Yeah, Solid does have a YouTube channel. It's, I think it's for the Pink Proletariat. I think that's his YouTube channel. But if you go to his page, he has his YouTube in his link tree. So definitely. W's in chat for Clarence for the $10 donation saying 13-year vet. It's well known that the KKK and white supremacists infiltrated the military decades ago. Yes, and the government and everything. W's in chat for Mike for the $5 for the Sage Fund. Oh, we're gonna need that today. W's in the chat for Kara for the $10 donation saying Trump has only made America more safe and secure from misogynist, racist, rape apologists, predators, and pedophiles and fascists. As a woman of color, it's not hard to shed tears today, not only for me, not only for my daughters, but for humanity as a whole. Thank you for what you're doing, Santana. Absolutely. And I think that's the place that I'm at right now. Honestly, if I'm just going to be honest, like I'm so disillusioned by the people that continue to support him because like, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? W's in the chat for Jared for the $1 donation saying, I know you're tired and carrying a lot of emotional weight, but we're proud of you. Proud to know you. We got your back in the chat. Focus on yourself and what you can do today. Listen, Jared, I appreciate you. And like, I'm going to be here because I think this is super important. And so I like, you know how much I appreciate you. W's in the chat for Lindsay for the, I want to say this is like probably about $15 euro. Says sending love from the UK. Thank you for being the voice of reason and acceptance. Lindsay, thank you so much for the love and support. I appreciate you more than you can imagine. W's in the chat for Tabitha for the $10 donation saying listening to the argument from a white woman is so offensive in so many ways and too exhausting to explain. Yes, just yes. W's in the chat for Amanda for the $10 donation saying the horror persists. But so do we. I wrote something for the first time in a long time, and I would be honored if you read it. Santana, appreciate you so much. Yeah, absolutely, Amanda. You are someone that's always here, someone that's always locked in with us. So Amanda, absolutely, send it to me. Email it. W's in the chat for Angie for the $5 donation saying, I learned so much from you as a white woman, sending hugs. I'll take those hugs, Angie. I will literally take those hugs. Thank you. Holy shit. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Asma who sent a, I want to say this is like probably about $60 euro, or 70, somewhere around there, but $56.51 USD. Fucking W's in the chat said, keep up the good, keep it up, go, destroy those races. Much love from France and happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month to you. Thank you so much for your love and support. W's in the chat for Giovanni for the $10 donation saying, morning, brother, much love for the work that you keep putting in. Absolutely. W's in the chat for Raybo for the $5 donation saying, speaking for the Rays, he is not one of us. I know. W's in the chat for Abby for the $10 donation saying, forever grateful for you to get more Cheez-Its. Yes, I love my Cheez-Its. W's in the chat for 1B Carry for the $5 super chat to say, then go to white spaces and get your people. I don't have the patience today. 1B Carry, be good. Be good. And last but not least, guys, holy fucking shit. Massive fucking W's in the chat for C Green, who sent $100 super chat, $100 super chat, and said the white men that uphold white supremacy will not change because they were never about the truth. They recognize their privilege thrives in plausible deniability. They will and are literally changing the laws if it means they will be able to be in power for one more minute. You are fucking absolutely right. Holy shit, guys! $1 million W's for 1B for C Green. W's in the chat, and Holy shit. W's in the chat for Jessica for the $10 donation, saying thank you for all that you do. Jessica, thank you so much for the love and thank you for being here. Hey, guys, fucking W's in the chat for Feisty for the $25 donation, saying morning hugs and love. Feisty, thank you so much. I need it and I'll take it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links and link in the bio. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out, guys. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We are only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you are friendly, tap the screen, share the live. Let's get the likes up to 300,000 likes, and also hit that follow button. Please, please, please hit that follow button. Hi, Sean, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Oh no, did you make it?
Sean, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Okay. Kim, I see you. Give me like 2 seconds. I got you. Let's see here. Hi, Alexandra. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Okay. Hey, guys, if you look down at the bottom and you see, you know what? I'm just going to clear out the box just to be safe, because I see a lot of people and I think there may be some like accidental taps. And so I'm clearing everyone out of the box. So everyone is clear. So again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We are only looking for some debates. America loves racism. Full stop. That's where we are. And the reason why I know America loves racism is because they have implemented a fascist government, right? We fucking have Nazis running the government. The Constitution upholds racism. Mass deportation is all about racism. Capitalism is directly tied to racism, and the patriarchal system is absolutely upholding racism. It's a tool of white supremacy. So if you disagree with anything on the background, get in the box. We are only looking for some debates. And just an FYI, I don't know if you guys can tell, but Trump supporters, even more so than ever today, I refuse to let you actually engage in any type of tomfoolery in the comments. So if you are in the request and you are saying something or running your mouth or hiding in the comments, you will be muted. I will send you a request to get up here, because get in the fucking box. But like, I am not playing the games as far as you guys thumb thugging. And even more so, when you get up on the panel, you will have decorum. You will absolutely have decorum, because we are adults, and you will act as an adult. And if you cannot act as an adult, then I will drop you. I don't care about you being up here. Mute. I know that you are a Trump supporter. Second here, sorry. I know that you're a Trump supporter. America loves racism, and I know for a fact that America loves racism because of all these points. Which one do you disagree with the most that you think you can defend?
I actually just wanted to have just a conversation with you, if you don't mind. Like, just a chill conversation.
Sure.
So I don't know if you're aware or not, but they dropped the birth. I know you're talking about birth rates earlier, about like different demographics of race.
Mm-hmm.
Have you looked at like the newer data that's been released?
Release when?
So they have like so like the CDC released some like preliminary data that has came out, and it's in regards to the 2024, 2025 birth rates by race. And it actually shows
I'm looking at what is this? Products of data, birth numbers, the United States 2024, which was
here. I'm gonna teacup for a second, but I'm gonna get the actual website for you, so that way like I can try to guide you through exactly where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. W's in chat for Ashley for the $10 super chat to say, hey, Santana, love watching you use logic and facts against the Fifi MAGAs. Can you please give solid YouTube again? And I couldn't make it out. And when you said it last time, thank you. Yeah, I'll text them and get that that YouTube channel for sure, so I can repeat it. Absolutely. W's in the chat for Ashley. Sorry, go ahead.
So National Centers for Health Statistics, and then the dashboard, it's under nationality dashboard.
Nationality dashboard, birth rates. I can't hear you while you're out of the app.
It should be like I know. I'm trying to look, but then I'm trying to view what you
Also,
need to get
I think
there.
something's
So
going on with your
from
signal.
my
You're like really choppy.
yeah, no, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But if I cut out, bro, it's just I got bad signal. I'm in this building and like we have these old metal roofs, and it just for some reason they just suck. But
Okay, yeah, all good.
but I'm gonna get the I'm gonna try to type in the actual website, like with the URL and everything, so that way like you can just get to where exactly I'm at. It's on the CDC website though.
Okay, so you said it's on the
comments.
CDC
Is that
website.
fine? Yeah.
That's fine. Again, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. We're only looking for some debates. While he gets that information, then we're gonna go ahead and grab this person. Hi, Ryzen. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Nah, bro, that was an accident, man. I'm with you all the way. You can kick me.
All right, thank you. One second. All right. Dang it, when I type in the actual link, it gives me not found. Let's see here. Let me put the link directly into Google. All right. It took me to the homepage, but it hasn't filtered anything out. Just tell me what we're looking at, and tell me what you're saying.
All right. So it was basically saying that like from 2023 to current, because it has on there, it has like the first quarter 2025, second quarter 2025, and it's the birth rate per every race category per 100,000, or not per 100,000, per 1,000. So I'm from what I've seen, it was at 56 in 2023 for blacks, non-Hispanic, and then it was at I think 52 for white non-Hispanic, and then it from white non-Hispanic it went down to 51, and then from black non-Hispanic it went down to 49. That's just a big cut down in their birth rate.
Wait, I'm sorry, say that one more time.
So the blacks non-Hispanic went from let me just be 100%. I'm gonna just look at it real quick. I'm gonna take up for a second. So yeah, it went from 56, and then it to current it's 49, and then whites went they went from 52 to 51. So like out of every 1,000 women, whites are having 51
Wait, so
babies.
are you looking at a year-to-year breakdown?
Yeah.
Okay. The information that I'm looking at is a comprehensive study from 1999 until 2024. Or yeah, no,
23, right?
No. They have the updated information to 2024.
All right. Well, I mean, this one's going. I don't know if they like did it differently as far as like other information, but this gives like the actual birth rates from like, I don't know. That was just something to think about. I was just throwing something out there. Just look into it more.
Yeah, no, and even
you have a good one though, man.
Yeah, one thing I will say as well is I know there was like some change back and forth in the census documents. I think there's like a couple of things that have been changed and things that are being pulled out. But even if you take a look, there was a comprehensive study more recently from 2016 to 2024. And it dropped from 52.6% to 49.6%. The change in demographic, right, was something that has been disputed as far as, because they started reclassifying people from just being biracial to being able to categorize themselves as white as well. And so there's like some confusion around there. But I get what you're saying, and I'm going to dig into that a little bit more. So thank you for
well, like I'll tell you, for me, dude. So like I've always had an issue with it because it's like one of those things. Like whenever like I'm filling out job applications, like I'm white, but at the same time I'm Hispanic. So it's just like I always get confused because like I'm half of each. So it's like one of those things. Like I don't know if like sometimes when I fill paperwork out, it's like I'm white and they don't give me the option to fill out like Hispanic. But then sometimes it's like I get the option to fill out Hispanic. So it's like I don't know what statistics I'm in categorically because I'm both. And it's just like I kind of just fill out whatever they give me. And it's just like if Hispanic's in there, I'll throw it in there. If white's in there, I'll throw it in there. But
yeah, I think the issue comes as far as understanding the difference between like race, ethnicity, and nationality. And so that's what causes a lot of people problem. Swan, you wanted to say something?
All right, man. You have a good one though.
Hold on. I think Swan wanted to say something to you really quick.
I gotta go, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. No worries. Thank you. Swan, did you know you were up here?
Yes, I did. I wanted to tell him that he's white. That's it.
Okay.
He's white. The term Hispanic is not a racial category. That word is actually is pretty controversial. It originally came out to represent white people who speak Spanish, which would be people from Spain, because it wouldn't fall in the category of Latino or Latina. And a lot of Hispanic people like to confuse that and try to hide behind the guise of being Hispanic, but it's not a race. It just means that you come from a Spanish-speaking country. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you, Swan.
Welcome. You can jump down.
All right. Guys, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live. Also, if you like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Hi, WMB, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? I know you're not a Trump supporter, but I'm Witty Kitty, do you disagree with something on the background? Or did you know that you're even up here? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down. How are you white if you're Hispanic? Because white is a racial category, Hispanic is not.
Hi.
Hi, Matt. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
So, okay, before you kick me, I just have a quick question. So I grew up in like a Republican family, but I've been watching it on a lot of you and Dean and Parker talk, and it's been like it's really bothered me lately. But like one thing so my mom came from Mexico and she came with a lot of my family members. They came here, and the one thing that does kind of have me on the fence, I'm kind of nervous, but the one thing that does kind of like concern me a little bit. So like, and I'm not speaking for all anyone that comes from a different country, but like, so a lot of my family, I don't know if it's just like I don't know if it's just my family that has a bad luck, but they like, a lot of them are in prison for like being in gangs, and like one of my cousins, he was in a gang and he shot someone, or I don't know how I can say that. I don't know like how I can say this, but he did some.
Just don't say the name of any drugs.
Yeah, he killed someone at a store on accident. He was trying to aim for like another gang member, but it hit a bystander, and now he's in prison. So like what I'm getting at is like, I heard someone talking yesterday and they were like, well, why don't you try to prevent it like before it happens? Like, why don't we like, I don't know. So what do you guys think about that?
Undocumented immigrants commit less crime, especially violent crime, than American-born citizens. The myth that like we're importing crime is not true. We have a monopoly on violent crime. If you take a look at the mass shootings that have occurred within our country, it boils down to like the people who hold right-wing ideology are more inept to committing mass shootings or violent crimes or domestic terrorism than anyone else. So
right.
Like the crime that's coming in the country, while I do disagree with all violent crime, and if there is an undocumented immigrant engaging in violent crime, I think they should be held accountable to the fullest extent of our law and then deported. The false myth that like, oh, they're just coming into the country to commit crime, like that's not a thing.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I was just kind of wondering like what you guys thought about all that. Like I said, I have been watching and trying to learn more because I don't know. Like I said, a lot of my family members are, even on the Hispanic side, like they are all Trump supporters. So it's like, it's hard to conversate with them because I see now that I've been watching you guys, I've been kind of like switching, and I don't know, it's just, yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that and see what you had to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all propaganda. Like people who sit here and try to vilify, undocumented immigrants, it's all for the premise of upholding white supremacy.
Right.
Like that's what it boils down to. And even Donald Trump is saying it, and he's using the dog whistles to engage the people that would rather put race over anything else. And so like they hide behind these misnomers. That's why like 1350 is such a talking point for these people when they talk about Black people. That's why like, undocumented immigrants and murder and all this other stuff. That's why that's a talking point when it comes to for these people. Like it's all just the tools that they're using to hide the fact that they want to keep the country white, and like they've continued to do whatever is necessary in order to do so. Right? I mean, you can point back to the fact that at a certain point, like Italian people weren't white, but they were recategorized as white because they needed to bolster the white population to keep the country with a majority of white people. Right. So there's a lot to it.
It does. So this was, I was talking to someone that came into my work, and they were like, what they said was they're like, I think that they're going into more Democrat areas, like the ISIS are trying to go into more Democrat areas, trying to like, I don't know, but I can't remember what she said, but she was talking about how ISIS is trying to not go into the Republican states. They're trying to go into more Democratic states, and that's why all this stuff is happening. It's like, I don't know, like Trump is arguing or like going for the people he doesn't like, and that's why there's all this like protests and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's about the 2026 midterms and 2028 presidential election. They know that they are losing as far as messaging and their actual implementation of the things that they're doing. And they've openly given up the game as well. Steve Bannon has already talked about the fact that they want to send ICE to the polls. Donald Trump has talked about nationalizing the election. They said that they have put Tulsi Gabbard on investigating like election fraud. They stole the Dominion voting machines from Puerto Rico to test for the from the quote unquote 2020 presidential election, but Puerto Rico, they can't vote in the presidential election. So like it's all tied together.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. My daughter's talking to me. I just wanted to come up here just because, like I said, I'm learning and trying to hear more stuff. So that way, I don't know. I'm just switching sides right now. I'm in the process of just learning and figuring everything out, but I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Burr, accept that invite I just sent you. You said I said that in 2024. Accept that invite. Come and tell me what I said in 2024. Tell me what I've said that hasn't actually come true. Name one thing that I said that was going to happen that hasn't happened. Just one. Name one thing that I said that was going to happen that hasn't happened. Exactly. Hey, Kim, if you're still here, you can request up. I can't see you. I think your account's listed as private or whatever. So you'd have to request up, but you can absolutely come up. Guys, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We are only looking for some debates. If you'd like to support the live, you can do so. Santana speaks for you. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. W's in the chat for Angel for the $10 super chat. Say good morning, Santana. It was a pleasure talking with you and Hector last night. Oh, it was really good talking to you as well, Angel. Keep up the good work. I really enjoyed listening to you guys while I'm in the office. Absolutely, you're dope. I'm glad that you end up joining because I think that was super important. That was a great conversation. W's in the chat for Domo for the $5 super chat. Say Trump ain't even dog whistling anymore. He's blatant. The truth social video last night. Yikes. Yes, I mean, but it's just red meat for its base. Like that. This is who they are. This is what they're about, and like this is what we're gonna get. W's in the chat for a Rover Lord for the $1.99 super chat to say problem. We don't want just criminals to go. What? And then follow up with another $1.99 super chat. No ice. Fine, we'll make our own brown shirts. Yeah, I mean, like that's what they are. But I keep saying they're modern day slave catchers. They're not even like brown shirts. They're literally modern day slave catchers, and like that's the big part about it. The one thing that I will say, right, for Donald Trump, it's always been his inferiority complex, right? And let's be honest, that's what this is about Donald Trump. The reason why Donald Trump ran for president is because Barack Obama made him feel small. Barack Obama made fun of him, which then made him want to run for the presidency. And at the same time, Donald Trump underestimated how small Barack Obama made other races feel as well. The fact that a Black man had to be the commander-in-chief for 8 years, and the people who absolutely hate Black people had to deal with that. Like, that's what we're talking about. Like, that's the reason. And that has continued to be the driving force behind Donald Trump, his administration, and the people that continue to support him, right? Like, that's been it. That's why we are where we are today, because Donald Trump had a frail and fragile ego, and he was able to galvanize people who lean into hate. And this is the thing that I say about like all Trump supporters, because like the first two people came up and there was like, oh, you're calling us racist. I haven't called anyone racist yet. I don't just throw that around and say you're racist, you're racist, you're racist. I don't do that because I think that it waters down the actual people that need to be clearly identified as active racists, right? And MJ to say no. See, you said all Trump supporters are racist. I disagree. I absolutely disagree. I do not think that all Trump supporters are racist. I don't. Because in order for me to be able to make such a definitive statement, I would have to actually engage with them. Because I don't want the premise of someone just saying, oh, you're racist, you're racist, you're racist. Like, I think that's such a weak cop out just to like let them use that as a tool. So I don't think that every single Trump supporter is a racist. But I know for a fact that racism was not a deal breaker for them. They're okay with racism. So they might not all be racist or sexist or classist or fascist, but they are okay with sexism, classism, fascism, and racism. They're okay with all of those things. None of those things are deal breakers for them. None of those things are red lines for them. None of those things are enough for them to say, I can't do this. So I don't care who you are. If you today, February 6th, 2026, if you stand up and you say, I support Donald Trump, you support racism. I support Donald Trump. You support sexism. I support Donald Trump. You support fascism. I support Donald Trump. You support classism. And there's nothing you can say that makes me believe that you can justify it. There's nothing justifiable about what's happening in America today. Nothing. The economy's fucked. International policy is fucked. Right? Like education is fucked. The healthcare system is fucked. Like there's nothing beneficial that's happening today. There's not one thing that anyone can actually name that is positive about what's happening today. Bet bro couldn't define all the isms he's dropping. Oh, sure. Okay. Hey, Chase, come up here. Try me. I'm going to send you a request. I can't define all the isms that I'm dropping. Sure. Sure. Come up here and try me when it comes to quote unquote defining the isms. And better yet, I'll listen. Let's go ban for ban. Chase, I sent you an invite. Accept that invite, coward. And let's not talk about the definitions, because definitions are the easy way out. Let's talk functionalities. Let's talk about how it actually works. Because you can sit here and talk about, you don't know the definition. Fuck a definition. Fuck a definition. Let's talk about the inner workings. That's what I thought. That's literally what I thought. And not only did he not accept the invite, he left the entire live. He left the entire live. This is the part that like drives me fucking insane. I get told that I'm a racist because I call out racist. There we go. Chase, you said that I couldn't
I ain't arguing
define
with you,
the
but you
isms.
saying that I left when you muted my ass is crazy.
I sent you an invite. You cleared the invite. That's
Yeah,
why you
and I
had to
didn't wanna
request
join,
us. You
but
left
you
out.
muted me
You
and
left
then
out.
said
That's
I
why I didn't
left the
see you
fucking
anymore.
live.
You're a fucking
clown,
coward.
buddy. You're a
You're a
clown.
fucking coward. You're up
You're
here
sitting on
now.
a
You're up.
TikTok live calling.
You're up here now, Chase. So let's get into it. You said I can't define the isms that I'm dropping. Chase, which ism can I not define? Chat, we already know what he's doing. We know why he's teacupping. Let's see if he comes back in. Chase, can't hear you while you're out of the app. So either one or two things are happening right now. Either Chase is trying to run and he doesn't know how to run. Sure, fine. That's what cowards do. Like literally cowards do that. So it's quite possible that he's just trying to run. Yes, unknown. You got it. You got it. If he comes back without, there we go. He was trying to run. He was just trying to run. He was trying to run. He might have been reporting. That's what they do. They're all so weak. They're all so sensitive snowflakes. That's all they do. They get their feelings hurt and then they absolutely start doing the weird shit. But that's who they are. That's what they're about. That's literally who they are, and that's what they're about. don't see that person. I mean, like, what the fuck are we even doing anymore? I'm at the point where I just don't understand it. I literally don't understand it. There's no excuse. There's literally no excuse. Donald Trump has given up the game. He's told you what he's about. He told you, he's literally told you what he's about. And anyone that's trying to excuse the video, the only thing that you're doing is running coverage for white supremacy. That's it. That's it. Donald Trump, and for the people who told us, well, Donald Trump is a racist. And we've lit what video? Oh, you didn't see. So last night on Truth Social, as Donald Trump was going through this massive dump of videos, he posted a video on Truth Social, and the video started with talking about like a conspiracy theory about Joe Biden still in the 2020 election. But towards the end, there was it flipped to another video, and there was a video that depicted Michelle Obama and Barack Obama as monkeys. They superimposed Michelle Obama and Barack Obama's faces on monkeys. You said, oh no, a video did the world end? Oh, there you are. That's who you were talking, Seward. Yeah, I'm gonna mute you, coward. Get up here. I just sent you an invite. Get up here. Get up here. Let's talk about it. Let's hear you run coverage for white supremacy. Let's hear you run coverage for racism. Let's talk about it. So do you think that the president of the United States posting that video, that was no big deal?
No, because I didn't watch the video, nor do I care or want a video to dictate how I'm going to live my life through the day.
Got it. So what does you not watching the video actually do when it comes to the person that holds the highest office in the land being able to perpetuate racism and use it as a dog whistle to give coverage to the other races that want to actually inflict harm on marginalized communities?
And who are those people?
Literally the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, the fucking ICE, the fucking Nazis that currently run our United States government. All of these people.
Which Nazis run the government? Because Nazis are Germany.
Stephen Miller, he's absolutely one. And not only is he one, but he's someone directly connected to the Trump administration and writes policies for the Trump administration, who has openly advocated against other races. And it's doing things like trying to weaponize ICE to send them to Springfield, Ohio. So they were trying to pull the TPS status for Haitian people, which are overwhelmingly Black, trying to pull the TPS status, but at the same time had a coordinated effort to send ICE there. So immediately, as soon as their TPS status ended, they could be classified as undocumented and ICE could snatch them all up. Stephen Miller. Do you know who Stephen Miller is?
Yeah, can you show me his Nazi card?
I don't know. I don't know if you guys have cards or Dakota rings or whatever you guys have. Like,
you're the one calling him a Nazi. Back it up.
Yeah, I'm literally backing it up with the information I have.
No,
you just sit up here and say, "Can you show me his Nazi card?" Is disingenuous as shit.
You're speaking with your feelings.
How am I speaking with my feelings when I'm telling you?
You're
facts
calling
as far
the man
as the
a
literal
Nazi.
stuff
Show
that
me
done.
he's a Nazi.
Yeah, I'm literally speaking on the actual policy.
So do you want to start
written.
stereotyping now? Is that what we're gonna do?
Question for you. How is it stereotyping if I'm telling you the actual policy that he is writing for Donald Trump and the things that he is enacting for Donald Trump that is directly tied and connected
to Nazism? Show me that. You're the one bringing it up.
Okay. So let's run through the reason why I say that Nazis are in our government, right? A couple of different things.
I could say all
question.
black people are criminals.
Yeah, I don't
mean,
care about that. I don't
yeah,
care
see,
about
you
that.
don't
We're gonna
care.
stick to
That's your guys'
No, we
thing.
don't,
You
because
go,
we're not talking about
"I
black
don't
people.
care."
You just said you wanted to know about Nazis, so we're talking about Nazis. So like,
Because you
fucking
can't
lock
bring
in,
it
Bubba.
up.
I'm literally bringing it up. I literally started, but you
With your
couldn't shut up
feelings,
for
not
2
facts.
seconds. No, I'm literally bringing it up. You have to shut up for 2 seconds. I got you. Don't worry. I have receipts. Literally have receipts. All right. Let's start here. Do you know who Kristi Noem is?
Yes. What does that have to do with him? I thought we were talking about Miller.
What I'm talking about is
You need to stay on
implementation
one
of
subject,
Nazis.
Hoss.
Hey. What I'm talking about is the implementation of Nazis throughout the United States government. I'm going to give you multiple examples, including Stephen Miller, including Pete Hegseth, including Kristi Noem. I'm talking about the entire thing, including Donald Trump. So I'm not going to just specifically talk about one person. I'm going to lay out the entire case of why I said what I said. Now, I said, do you know who Kristi Noem is? And you said yes. Now, the reason why I brought up Kristi Noem was because of what Kristi Noem actually did. Now, when Kristi Noem, after the shooting that occurred in Minnesota, Kristi Noem went in front of the camera and got in front of a podium. And on the podium, it stated, "One of ours, all of yours." Do you know where that saying is from?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So the saying, one of ours and all of yours, the slogan is built on a racist idea that the life of one person from our group is worth more than the lives of your group. It comes from the Nazi occupation that was that occurred during World War II, and there it was reprised from the carrying out against the fixed ratio of attacking citizens. They executed 100 citizens for every one German soldier that was killed. Notably, it came from the Lucid massacre, which occurred in Czechoslovakia. Did he fucking run? He fucking ran. He fucking ran. Jeff, he fucking ran. I'm so sick and tired of them.
That wasn't my fault.
It's my fault. I've been less than hospitable today.
I must say that this is not Santana speaking. This is Jeff speaking. Anywhere you see that PFP in that person, on any live, just point and call them a dweeb. They are a dweeb. Co-signed 100%. Like if somebody tells you, why'd you do that? Just say, Jeff said to do it. Super Solid said to do it. Just call them a dweeb everywhere you see them.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, have you ever talked to Boon?
I don't know.
I think we need a palate cleanser, so we're going to get to this. Let me say a couple of thank yous, and then I'm going to let you talk to Boon. Debbie's in the chat for a Rover Lord for the $1.99 super chat to say we want anti-leftist protesters parliamentary. And then another thank you for the helmet, $1.99 super chat to say damn right, race is real. I'm not sure where you're going, but I mean, I all right. W's in the chat for Abigail for the $30 donation. Abigail sent a $30 donation saying, sending extra love through this day. You seem a little down. I'm trying. And I hope you're taking the evening to rest and recharge with your family. Happy Friday, Santana. Thank you for all that you do. Happy Friday, and thank you so much for your love and your love and support. I'm gonna figure out something. I'm gonna do something nice with my wife today. Like, no lie, I think that I might take her out to dinner, or I don't know. I'm gonna have to do something really nice with and for management today, especially because she puts up with me and she puts up with all the yelling, and she allows me to come on here and hang out with you guys for hours and hours every day. And so without her, none of this would be possible. So I'm going to do something nice for her today. W's in chat for Kayla for the $1 donation saying Trump post last night was disgusting, but I love the thought that the Obamas left, and it's over their morning coffee. Such a classy and admirable individuals. Thank you for all that you do, and you're my favorite. Thank you, Kaylala. Debbie's in the chat for Corley for the $10 donation, saying not all Trump supporters are racist, but all racists are Trump supporters. Fucking right. W's in the chat for Scotty for the $15 donation, saying love you, and listed a whole bunch of people have been incorporated into my daily routine. Some days I fight with myself, switching back and forth between your lives and the others. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, Scotty. And listen, you listed an amazing lineup, so you can't go wrong with anyone that you're actually watching. W's in the chat for Matt, who sent the $1 donation. So donate this money, but racism is unfortunately a thing. Instead of tearing down people by accusing them of it when you don't know them, let's work together. Nobody wants to fix the problem either side, but nobody will admit that. Matt, I'm not exactly sure as far as what you mean as far as tearing people down, but I do think that there's an understanding of people who come up here and try to literally deny racism. And so if someone's going to come up here and perpetuate harm and push misinformation and disinformation, yes, I am going to fight back at every single opportunity. And I absolutely refuse to coddle anyone. I'm sorry, like, especially the white men that come up here and try to immediately push back on it. They don't have the right to comfort. And I will not give them, I damn sure will not give them the right to comfort, not in my space. So sorry. W's in the chat for Kayla for the $10 donation, saying, notice, I'm sorry, not Kayla, Kyle. Notice how those who fear the dark the most scream the loudest from within it. Fucking right. Love you. I love you more, Kyle. Thank you so much for the 10. And W's in chat for Marie for the $10 donation, saying, God damn it, Santana. Boom. Do you hate us? No, I'm telling you, we needed a palate cleanser. That's why Boom is here. Also, W's in the chat for Allison for the $10 donation. Much love. Thanks for all that you do in tiny violins. I have the sound. Just got to put it on the soundboard now. I found the one that I want. I just got to put it on there. W's in the chat. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out. Guys, 1.7 thousand of us hanging out here. Hit that follow button. We're trying to get to 100,000 followers. We only got 77 people who have followed during this live. I'm sure that there's more than 77 people out of the 1.7 thousand people that are not following me. So if you like the content, you like what I do, you like anything about the live, the aesthetics, anything, hit that follow button. If it says follow right there, hit that follow button, turn on notifications. I go live every day and I don't want you to miss it. All right, Jeff, I will let you have a conversation with Boon.
You peep my message though?
No, I will take a look at it. Give me 1 second here.
All right.
Hey, I got one about you too.
That's dope. Put the picture up there.
What's going on, Boom? What do you wanna chat about?
About that picture you put up. What is a picture of a chimpanzee or something like that, or a monkey?
I don't know what you're talking about, but what do you want to talk about?
Trump putting the picture of the Obama family. What you say about that, Santana?
Yeah, Barack Obama. Donald Trump posted a video that was depicting Barack and Michelle as monkeys. It was a video that superimposed their faces on monkeys.
Oh, now you see. Now this is why I be telling you. What I be telling you. See, when you know what you're made of, you know your genetics. They're the ones.
Boom, you voted for Trump.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying something else.
I know, but boom, you voted for Trump.
Boom, are you black?
I didn't vote for nobody, man.
Boom, are you black?
You did.
Like I said, I'm breaking something down. You doing? I don't know
Boom.
what's going on here.
I'm asking you a very simple question. Are you black?
I'm saying something right now. I don't know where to respect that. I respect
cool.
y'all.
That's
I'm
awesome.
just saying something. I'm shooting the picture down. They did. I'm trying to tell you what he did.
This is a clarifying question, Boom. I don't know why it's difficult.
I'm saying this.
I don't know why it's difficult to just say yes or no. Are you black?
I'm neuromelanin.
All right. Listen, it's Black History Month, and I'm gonna tell you what I said on my platform several times. I've endured the last goofy white shit that I'm gonna endure during Black History Month, so I don't give a fuck about no video that some old white dude put up where he looked at us as monkeys while he literally spray tan some weird shit on his face. So I don't care about none of that stuff. What do you want to talk about on the background?
Like I said, I'm speaking about us, neuromelanin. Now, genetics, like I got a problem hearing about us.
So you wanna really focus on some stuff that some goofy old white dude put on a video. Like that's what you want to focus on?
You ain't hear what I just said, bro. I'm saying something. You keep like sidetrack. I didn't let you talk again, and you keep. Yeah, I'm trying to complete.
You want to talk about? You want to talk about the thing about?
It don't matter what I want to talk about. I'm saying what I'm talking.
Is it on the background, Boon?
Like I said,
is what you want to talk about?
They're the ones that's 98% chimpanzee. The white people.
Weirdo.
Genetically, they're 98% chimpanzee. So all you do is play yourself.
That's fine.
That's what I'm trying to say. They're the ones that 98%
what
chimpanzee.
What does that have to do with the background?
They're the ones that got thin lips. They're the ones that got hair like animals. We don't got that.
I'm feeling.
So when he did that picture, he didn't play it himself.
Listen.
That's why I'm laughing at that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what he's talking about down there.
That's
that picture he put up there,
that's wonderful.
That shows that what they are. They're animals.
I got you.
They're the one that phenotypically they got thin lips.
Boom. Stop and engage with Jeff, please. Thank you.
What does that have to do with the stuff on the background is what I'm asking you.
They got a lot to do with it, man.
Yeah, which topic are you talking about when you say the thing about the chimpanzees?
I just told you I came up here based on what Santana said.
Yeah, which topic on the background? So I'm just going to ask. I'm just going to ask
about the Obama thing. He spoke about that.
Crash
and I
out,
came
you
up here and
lose.
talked about that.
You see how it says crash out, you lose? I don't want you to crash out. I want you to look at the background, read the background, and tell me which one of those topics you think you're addressing.
I just told you the topic that he spoke about that picture that he put up.
Do you see the background? Do you see how it has words on it? Which one of those topics do you think you're addressing? I'm getting bored now of asking the same question over and over again.
I'm addressing all that. The fascist government, all that. I'm addressing all that.
So let's. Do you think we have a fascist government?
I'm addressing all that.
Do you think we have a fascist government?
I don't care about the government. I think the government is negative, period.
But how are you addressing something you don't care about? Let's move on to the next thing. What do you feel about mass deportation?
I don't have no feelings about mass deportation. I don't have no feelings about that.
So you just came up to talk about, like, hold on, let me check something real quick. Bro, you got enough followers to start your own live. Why are you up here?
I came to speak out things that's a connection to what we made of, what he spoke about. I'm not, y'all concerned with
that's genetics. Look, if you're a geneticist, are you a geneticist?
No, I'm not about genetics. I'm talking about what we're made of and what's healthy for what we're made of.
You're right. What we're made of has nothing to do with genetics. My mistake. If you want to talk about genetics, why don't you start your own live instead of hijacking my brother's live?
I'm not hijacking it. He said something based on that kind of stuff, genetics, and putting that picture up.
Did you say genetics?
I
don't remember you saying the word genetics.
They're the one that 98%.
Wait, hold up. Did you say you didn't want to talk about genetics? Now you do want to talk about genetics?
They're the one that 98% chimpanzee.
You keep saying that. What's going on with you?
Boom. Come on now. Talk to Jeff and actually get to one of the points on the background.
Which one of the points on the background do you want to talk about? Boom.
I'm telling you, all them points are distractions from what we made of and what's healthy for what we are.
Well, look, distractions are not.
When you look at the unalive rate, it's because of health, bad health. It's not, you're worrying about the wrong thing. You're not saving nobody's life.
Boom. Do you own
You're not
a
uniting
house?
nobody or nothing.
Boom.
And then it's about unity. You're not uniting nobody. All you're doing is dropping people and dismissing people. You're not going to unite nobody for no vote for y'all.
That's right.
You got to unite people first. You got to have friendships, and then you're going to get somebody to vote for somebody.
I don't need no
keep
friends.
Getting people out the way, you're going to minimize your.
Okay, I'm going to mute you for a second, Boom, because we need to take a break. Boom.
Make an enemy. You trying to get people to vote for somebody.
But hold on, Boom. Listen to me now. It's me. I'm going to mute you just for a second, Boom. All right. I'm going to say a couple of thank yous, and then I really, really want you to try to lock in with Jeff. I think you guys might be able to get something out of this. Yeah. W's in the chat for Lee's, who sent the $5 super chat to say you deserve much more than much more for your attempt to educate these red hats. Yeah, I don't know. Like I
see
put myself
division.
In this position.
All that division. How you gonna get people to help y'all with division?
Boom. You know, you don't interrupt when I'm reading out the dono. Stop it, Boon. Please and thank you. W's in the chat for Karen for the $20 donation, saying thank you for what you're doing. Love you and keep on going. Absolutely, Karen. Thank you so much for the love and support. I really, really appreciate you. And I'm going to try. W's in the chat for Elizabeth for the $50 donation, saying for doing something nice for your wife today. I absolutely will. I would definitely do. I'm going to, you know what? I know there's somewhere that she wants to go to for dinner, so I might take her to our favorite restaurant, but we're definitely going to do something nice. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the $50 donation, guys. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on the YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out, guys. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Also, guys, Jeff is hanging out right here. Make sure we take care of Jeff while he's up here. Please, please, please show Jeff some love. Can we get him over 1,000 coins? And also, can we make sure that we're hitting his pay links? All right, boom. Please, please, please lock in for me. Engage with what Jeff is saying. Jeff, I specifically want you guys to talk about something that's on the background. One of the points that is on the background. Please, please, please pick a point and let's go from there.
All right. So did you hear all that, Boom? Now you in somebody's living room and they said they want a specific thing in their living room. So
I don't know who you think you're talking to, man. I'm a grown adult.
Acting like a child. I got it.
And none of that kind of stuff, or try to coach me through it, or none of that kind of, like I said, if we're not united, like if I wanted somebody to get, if I wanted to send a crew out to get people to vote for me, I won't want nobody going to go out and don't make no friends. You're not going to get nobody. I'm like, what you doing?
So we'll just lean into what you want to talk about.
That's what y'all doing. Y'all made people don't vote for Kamala. Y'all making people don't vote for other people. Y'all making enemies, man.
Boom.
You're not
talking about boom. I was talking about genetics uniting people.
What you mean? I can tell you how. Because when we all know that we neuromelanin and what we're made of, that's unity right there. Now we know what's healthy for what we're made of and what's harmful to what we're made of. And now we on the same page. You're neuromelanin, he's neuromelanin, we're neuromelanin, and we have a common cause and a common opposition. So we know this is not healthy for us. Look, that's unity right there, knowing what we're made of. Could be right there, that's unity. Can never be connected. If you start going by who, I'm Israelite, I'm African, that's division. What we're made of is something different. Now we go, you're neuromelanin, now we can unite and have a common situation, have a commonality on the vote, a commonality on what we want done. If we all divided amongst each other, we can't get nothing done with a head that's of us. We can't get nothing done because we're going to be divided. So some going to like Kamala, some is not.
Boom, boom. You cannot hear Jeff if you keep, boom. You cannot hear Jeff if you keep talking over him. And it's not Kamala, it's Kamala. But boom, please, like Jeff has a direct question for you. You have to be able to hear him.
All right, so W to Erica for the $10 on Venmo. I'm supposed to say this to you, Boom, even whether I mean it or not. I'm going to say it in a different language. Alhamdulillah. Does that mean anything to you?
Peace.
Peace, God. Yeah. Do I have your attention now?
I hear you. I'm listening.
All right, cool. Wow, that worked. That's bonkers. W Erica, that's crazy work. All right, listen. What do we want done?
Whatever y'all want done. It's not about what. If y'all trying to get somebody elected, whatever y'all want done, y'all should be making friendships to get that done. Y'all should be dismissing people and being disrespectful with people and trying to get that done. Because all you're gonna be doing is hurting that person that you're trying to get elected. You're gonna hurt their vote. You're hurting their situation. That's like me. If I got somebody I want to trying to get me elected, and I want somebody to campaign, I'm gonna pick people I know to make friends. I don't want nobody gonna be out there dissing people and calling them names and speaking on a whole bunch of people that was in prison by saying that to one person.
See, the issue, Boom,
y'all
is
dividing. Y'all dividing people. Y'all making people don't like y'all.
This is the issue.
They don't want to vote for who y'all vote for.
Boom, you supported someone who is absolutely dividing the country, Boom. Literally, Donald Trump is driving the division, and you supported Donald Trump, the person that's driving the division.
It's
that's what I say. See what I'm talking about? You look what your mind is. Your mind is going on a different way to separate yourself from me. You're divided already.
Boom, listen to what I'm
You
saying.
think about Donald Trump.
Boom,
You're not thinking about
boom,
what I'm
stop
thinking
talking
about.
for a second.
I'm thinking about health. You
Boom,
think about Donald Trump.
boom, nobody can hear you because I'm louder than you. Stop talking for a second.
Your mind's on Donald Trump.
Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I don't care about none of that. Like if you're telling me,
then don't talk to them. You don't care.
I don't know why it is that you're
Boom,
talking over me
for
again.
a second.
Stop crashing out. I'm trying to get.
He said he don't care. I ain't
Stop
say that. I care about
talking.
people.
Stop
Boom,
talking.
just stop for a second.
You're not listening, bro.
He don't care, so I
You
can
look,
talk.
look.
Because I care about
motherfucker.
people.
Listen.
Hold on one second, Jeff.
Listen.
Hold on
He
one
don't
second,
care, but he just
Jeff.
said he don't care.
Jeff, hold on one second. Boom. Listen to me. Boom. Boom. I'm putting you on mute. Please stop. Bring it down. Have a conversation with Jeff. Please finish the conversation. If you can't, I'm just gonna have to move on. Like, please. I'm dead ass serious. Just bring it down and talk to Jeff.
All right. What I'm telling you I don't care about is when you say if you want to get someone elected, that doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not if the whole goal is to get someone elected, count me out because that doesn't do anything for me unless you can show me it does. What I want to know is what is it that we want done for our people? If the best way to get it done for our people is getting someone elected, we'll talk about that. But what is it that we want done for our people? Let's get that clear first.
Oh, we want our people in a healthy state of mind, vibrating properly with good mannerisms, and dealing with each other in a respectful way. That's what we want for our people, united in them forms. Healthy communities, healthy people, and healthy vibrations. That's what we want. That's what my thing is about, good communication and knowing what we're made of, what's harmful to what we're made of, and what's healthy for what we're made of. So when we recognize what's harmful for what we're made of, we could put that to the side and maintain our good vibration and a good community and good relationships from having good health.
What's healthy is for what we're made of. So that would be nutrition, like food?
Yes, that's part of it.
Okay. So what's going to get rid of food apartheid, like food scarcity in Black communities? How do we address that?
Oh, but like I said, that goes back to us knowing what we made of to get that unity that we need about that. So now we all know we made of down to the children, and now we got the unity on things towards that. Now we could get a petition. Oh, we don't like this. We want our female trees over here. We got unity on that instead of some people like gang members that say, I don't care about that. Now that eliminate all that. Now they all know what they made of. We all know.
You said it before he did.
We can get things done like that. Uniting on what we're made of. So we unite on what we're made of and get things done. We can't unite on thinking I'm Jamaican, I'm thinking I'm Israelite, and thinking that's too much confusion. Unite on what we're made of, and then we can get things done as a collective.
Okay, 1 second. Hey, Boom, tell Jeff about the female trees.
They produce fruit, and we don't have them over here in America. They here, but minimal. But like other countries you go, they got it's all over. You grab fruit, all kind of stuff out the trees in other countries. But over here, we don't got our female trees. That's why they give you food stamps, which is a subsidy. It's not no assistance. It's a substitute for what they took away from you. That's why it's called a subsidy.
Hold on 1 second, Boom. Boom, tell Jeff about what Bill Gates did.
Oh, he got the seed. He take the seed from the fruit. He has the whole thing. But they hold all the seed from the fruit. Different fruits.
All right.
And I don't know what are you doing that for? What are you holding all these seeds for? What you taking the seed from the fruit? That's why you see a lot of seedless fruit these days. That's why I said they doing things like that. For what? What's the reason for messing with the seeds and the fruit for? For what? And then after that, and then after you do that, the pandemic comes after that. So look what happened. He did that before that, then the pandemic comes after that. Y'all see what's going on here?
Yeah, I updated my Mac computer and then the pandemic came. Listen, it's called botanical sexism, right? And I'm going to be super charitable because I don't want this to take 7 hours. From everything that you said, what I got was we can sign a petition. Is that how we're going to end the food apartheid?
I didn't say nothing about no, just sign a petition. I said we could oppose things that's harmful to us as a collective.
I asked you how we're going to get rid of the food apartheid. I said, how are we going to address the food apartheid? And you said,
how you going to address anything without unity?
We need female trees. Stop talking while I'm talking. You said we need female trees and we can do a petition once we know what we want. So I'm asking you, is that what you're saying?
He has, like I said, it's a bunch of things. So you're trying to play a game with it like that. If you're going to be men about this conversation, or you're going to play that game that other people play? And I don't want to
do
bring
that,
that up
Boom.
because you're
Boom.
starting to go into that kind of stuff like you're trying to play.
Boom. Do not do that. Don't go where
That's
you're
why I don't
thinking
want to
about
do
going,
that.
Boom.
I don't want to do that. I'm trying not to.
Boom.
But you're trying to take this conversation to unmanly talk.
Boom. Do not do that because if
You're playing with it now, bro. Don't do it with me.
Listen, Boom. Unmanly talk is when I ask you a direct question and you give me word salad. We can't feed
unmanly
people with
talk
word
is when you
salad.
don't talk what
Stop
you know.
fucking
I know
talking,
what a
bro.
man is knowledge.
Listen,
Man
how
talk.
about
You can't.
this?
I know all about
How about
man.
this
You
for
can't tell me
manly
nothing
talk?
about no man.
How about this for manly talk? Shut the fuck up
Man
while
is
I'm talking.
knowledge.
How about shut the fuck up while I'm talking?
Yeah, man is
That's manly
knowledge.
talk. How about this?
No, that's a female talking.
You
that
can
man.
address.
That's called female talk.
You can tell me how do
Spirit
we
is breath.
address? Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So you use a negative word. That's your breath. That's your spirit.
This is my problem, Santana. Is you get all of these like people who come up and by all rights they can say, hey, the system's fucked up, this and that. I just want to know how you're gonna feed people. And when you ask that question, how are we gonna feed people? The response is always something goofy. It's always, well, we got to just know what we want and we stand together and we know what we want and then we get the trees and blah, blah, blah. Just how are we going to feed people is an easy question.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, I just wanted you to experience Boom. I'm not going to hold you. I was told to stop wasting your time with Boom. And I said, I refuse. Jeff's going to live through this. So
I told my Steve Urkel policy, right?
What's that?
Like, I don't think anybody else has a Steve Urkel policy as strict as mine. Once I start recognizing one of the ops names, because Family Matters, the show, that shit started as a show about a Chicago family, a black family that was it. Mom, dad, the kids, the grandma, the aunt. And it was a multi-generational home, working class, doing their thing. Then that next door neighbor kid came, and all of a sudden you had robots and transformation chambers and dancing on rooftops with this kid with suspenders and something about cheese. It was no longer that show. And so, like, when I'm live, I like to talk about, I like to see arguments. And then there's people that come up and they're like, did I do that? And I'm like, look, this isn't that show. I don't want you to turn it into the Steve Urkel show. So I ban Urkels. As soon as I know somebody, as soon as I see you on here too much, and the focus groups are like, oh, the glasses and the suspenders and the nasally voice. I love that. Go watch that. Go talk to Jaleel White about some other contract. You're not turning. My stuff is staying the old school Family Matters, no matter what. So that's why I do that. But
I don't know, Jeff. Sometimes I'll be down to clown, like especially on a day like today where I'm a little bit, Sometimes it's funny to watch somebody else ice skate uphill.
It is. But imagine if like the Jeffersons had a Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine if like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air had a Steve Urkel. Like just and they almost did with Jazz, but he was there every now and again.
Yep.
Like he wasn't the show. He was there every now and again to do the thing where he opened his coat and had watches in it. And then Uncle Phil threw him out the door. And then the next episode, no Jazz.
Yep.
Peace to Jazzy Jeff. Top 3 best DJs of all time. But like Jazz, like didn't take over the show. You see, there's a difference.
Yeah.
No Urkels.
Yeah. Anyway, bro, thank you for coming up. I'm sorry we didn't get to get you to the guy earlier, but I'm at least really happy that you got the experience. Boom.
Same. It was unique and interesting.
It was. I appreciate you.
Likewise.
W's in the chat for Jeff, guys. W's in the chat for Jeff. W's in the chat for Sean for the $5 super chat to say, I'm not trying to run your ish. They wore out their right to niceties and respect. I see today as one of the realest and impact words. One for the realest and impact words. They did this to us. Yeah. And you know what? The only issue that I have with that, Sean, is that I try to like not really get too far into it, because if I do get too far in it, then sometimes I have a hard time pulling back. Like that, if I'm going to be honest, I try not to completely crash, because I will go off the deep end, and yeah, I'm trying to keep it productive in some way, shape, or form. So W's in the chat for Diane, who sent a $50 donation. Holy fuck, massive W's in the chat for Diane, who sent a $50 donation saying, here's a little something for your night out with your wife. I'm excited. I can only imagine how hard it is dealing with these people every day. More patience than I do. I tune in every day. Thank you so much, Diane. I'm happy to know that you're here every single day and you are hanging out with us. That means the absolute world to me. Thank you so much for your love and support. You are fucking amazing. W's in chat for Mandy for the $5 donation saying, thank you for speaking with me. I apologize for being nervous. I grew up around a lot of MAGA family members. And now that I'm finally getting into politics, I'm actually seeing the light of the Democrats because of you guys. I appreciate you so very much. Keep speaking the truth. Listen, thank you so much for hanging out and spending time here, and thank you for the love and support. The one thing that I will call out though is, while I may vote Democrat, like the Democrats aren't absolved. Like literally the Democrat, they're not absolved, and they're not the righteous party. They're just the party that's doing less harm. So we will continue to go down that path. W's in the chat for your silence for the $10 donation saying, on a much different subject, I asked this due to your date night. Drew Hill of Jagged Edge. I'm assuming you mean Drew Hill or Jagged Edge. Me, it's Drew Hill. Like I love Jagged Edge, but fucking Drew Hill for sure. For sure. W's in the chat for all the donors, guys. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on the YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 400,000 likes. And again, if you look up at the top and you see the word follow and you're not following me, hit that follow button. Hit the follow button. We're trying to get to 100,000 followers for this account. And for some reason, guys, we only got like 92 people that have followed this, followed since being live. And I know there's more than 92 people out of the 1.7 thousand that's watching that don't follow me. Hi, Princess. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Okay. I think that may have been an accident. I think that may have been an accident. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We are only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. One thing that I do want to kind of speak about, and I think this is super important that I talk about it. One thing that I will say that I hate stuff like this because certain important things get buried, right? Certain super important things get buried. And while I understand the gravity of what Donald Trump did last night, I think they use things like today to hide this. I'm gonna read this off because this was the biggest thing that I had planned on talking about this morning until that video came out. But I'm not gonna let this be buried. I'm just gonna read this off. Dear Chief Election Officials, to prepare for the 2026 midterm elections, your election partners at the FBI, DOJ, DHS, USPIS, and the EAC would like to invite you to a call where we discuss our preparation for the cycle, as well as updates and resources we can provide to you and your staff. The call will be on Wednesday, February the 25th, 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern, and will be for our chief election officials. You may designate a proxy to attend in your place if you are not available. On Wednesday, March 4th, we will hold a similar call for members of the EAC's local leadership council. We look forward to speaking with you in support of the 2026 midterm elections. Thank you, Kelly M. Hardiman, FBI election executive. This was sent out to all of the heads of election for the different states across the country. They are planning on having a call with them and doing something. The thing that I don't want people to miss is the Trump administration is literally sitting here trying to line this up for the 2026 midterm elections. We can't miss that. We can't miss that. And for anyone to not see what's happening, it's a problem. It's absolutely a problem. And while I feel like this is the biggest thing that's happening today with what happened with Donald Trump putting that racist video out and the way that he depicted the Obamas, I feel like it's a smokescreen. That's the thing that I can't get past, and the thing that I don't want people to forget, that while this is really fucked up, you cannot lose sight of as far as what's happening. That's interesting. All right. Hey, Jeff, I'm going to drop you down, okay?
Got it.
I appreciate you. Hey, guys. So you see the word follow right here. You're not following me. Hit that follow button. Hold on. Where? Oh, I see it. Got it. Boom. Boom. Okay, it's done. Got it, Kay. Hit that follow button right there. Hit that follow button. If you see the word follow, you're not following me. We're trying to get up to 100,000 followers. We're so close. We're like we're less than 17,000 followers away to 100,000 followers. Guys, we're gonna call the live for today. And it was a bit of a shorter live, but I'm going to send you guys over to Parker. He just jumped on. So run over to Parker, get a job, and I'm going to hop over, and he and I are going to do some co-hosting today. So if you're not following me, you can go ahead and hit that follow button, but we're going to go over and we're going to say hi to Parker, and we're going to do some co-hosting with Parker for a while. So if you don't mind, head over Santana raid over to Parker. We're going to go over, show Parker some love, and we're going to go hang out with Parker. All right. Everyone good? All right. Let's go ahead and hit this outro.
You stepped in a box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who
thank you, Rainey.
This ain't a debate. This is a mind game. Facts type lies get left in chain. One wrong word, he slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Great stats will get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit.
Hey. Guys, I apologize for not being on my A game today. It was just a little frustrating. Not gonna hold you. It's a little frustrating today. but we're gonna go over and hang out with Parker, and I'll be better throughout the rest of the day, and I promise you I'll be better tomorrow. Okay? Tomorrow I will absolutely be on my A game, I promise you. But until then, let's go get some more debates. So again, Santana raid over to Parker. He's on his main account. Parker, get a job. Parker, get a job. Get over there. We're gonna go hang out. Guys, thank you for all the taps, the gifts, the likes, the shares. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for all being so absolutely amazing. I love you all.